What your reaction is to the arrest of Keefe D?
Well, surprise number one, because I didn't think Keefe D would never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. You know, let's get one thing straight. First and foremost, you know, me and Keefe D played on the same Pop Warner football team. And whatever the circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement in anything, who want to see? I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy.
The DA says that Keefe D was in the car with his nephew, and that presumably his nephew, according to the DA, is the one that shot Tupac, and that it was done with the full knowledge of Keefe. Do they have it right?
It was only two people in the car. And Pac not finna tell the story. I ain't finna tell the story, but I tell you this. And I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because number one, he wasn't the shooter. Number two, he came to my hearing and told to let me go and tell the truth. They still didn't let me go.
If you are called to testify in this case,
I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Well, number one, because I'm not gonna get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
They seem to be saying that Orlando was the shooter and Keefe was in on it, that he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beaten up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. Is that correct?
No.
Then who shot Tupac?
It wasn't Anderson, so that's all I got to say about that part.
To summarize, you are saying Orlando was not the shooter, although you won't say who the shooter was. You are not saying whether Keefe was involved in any way in the shooting, and you are saying that if you're called to testify by either side, you will not comply, you will not testify. Do I have that right?
1,000%. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't testify, none of that.
If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. I know a lot of gangbangers and people that are part of that life listening to Suge Knight speak to TMZ. And a lot of, gangsters and stuff like that probably got a lot of pride in what Suge Knight was saying. I'm not going to testify. Right? Let me tell y'all something. The reason why he talking about he ain't going to testify is because they probably ain't offered him no incentive to testify yet. Here it is. This man right here got 28 years in the penitentiary. And he talking about what he not gonna do. Yeah, because they ain't gave you no incentive to testify, Suge Knight. Yeah, they didn't come and tell you, hey, listen, if you get on the stand right now, we'll suspend your sentence, let you out on probation or parole. And if you do good, you know what I'm saying, we'll cut your sentence in half and you'll be out. They ain't gave him nothing. But he steady sitting up here trying to act big and bad and tough. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna testify and all that. But in reality, because we hood educated, not lame related, you telling already. Because here it is, all of us know, right? It was 4 people in that car, in that Cadillac, right? The Cadillac that pulled up on the side of Suge Knight and Tupac. 4 people. It was the driver, Keefe D, and the 2 guys in the back was Baby Lane and Big Dre. So when Suge Knight says, Hey, all I'm gonna say is that, Baby Lane ain't killed Tupac Shakur. Baby Lane ain't killed Pac. So who does that leave? If Keefe D is telling us that, look, I passed the gun to the guys in the back. Keefe D admitted that. Yeah, I gave the gun to the guys in the back. And Keefe D said that Baby Lane grabbed the gun and Baby Lane shot over Big Dre and got the gun in the car. But see, Suge Knight was there. He seen it with his own two eyes. So he know it wasn't Baby Lane. And when he sit up here and tell TMZ it wasn't Baby Lane, who does that leave? That leaves Big Dre. And the cold-blooded part about that, y'all, is this right here. There's a witness from SouthSide Crips that will be testifying against Keefe D that agrees with everything that Suge Knight is saying. Because see, Suge Knight is saying something without saying something. What you mean, hood educated? Although he didn't say it was Big Dre, he's saying that it's Big Dre. Why? Because Big Dre the only one that's in the back, that's in the car in the back seats. Big Dre and what's that? Baby Lane. And so, according to this witness, no, wait, before I get into the witness, let me get done chopping big old Suge Knight down. And for all those that are looking at him like he's some big gangster and all this old type of stuff. Yeah, he telling. Because it's easy for us to do the math. 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, Baby Lane and Big Dre back there. And he telling us that, hey, no, it wasn't Baby Lane. Then who does that leave, y'all? This is easy work. This is easy. So for all of y'all like holding him up thinking that he's some big gangster and all this old type of stuff and that he keeping it real and all that. No, he telling. Because gangsters do this. Y'all want to interview me about a murder, about my homeboy? I ain't got no talk for y'all. For what? What type of questions y'all finna ask me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no rap for you. This is an unsolved murder. What we talking about that for? Let's talk about me trying to get about this joint. You see what I'm saying? So while he's sitting up there, like I say, talking that big bad stuff, let them come with some incentives. Let them come with some benefits for his testimony. And then let's see how Big Suge act. I'm here to tell you like this. In my mind, I believe Big Suge gonna be I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. You have to help me. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I do. What y'all want to know? Yeah. Now, let's get into this indictment. Did y'all know that this is a 300-page indictment? Stop what you're doing right now. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me real quick. We on our way to 100K. 300 pages of information, testimony. And in this information and testimony, guess who's going to be testifying against Keefe D? SouthSide Crips. Yeah, I tell you gangsters all the time. I tell y'all all the time. When that pressure get applied, all that gang and we down for each other and we gonna die and all that old type of stuff goes out the window. It goes out the window when listen, when that prosecutor step up in that room, pass that boy that piece of paper, and when he look at them charges and that thing say 0 to life, 0 to 20, 0 to 15. Oh no, I can't do that. That's too much time. Way too much time. Yeah, we know you can't do that much time. But this is what we need from you so that you won't have to do this much time. And I guarantee you, everybody that watch my channel that's from the hood, You either know somebody or you was the victim of being told on when that pressure got applied. By show of hands, hey, look. Yeah, they told on me twice. Street people, gangbangers, all that. Yeah. By show of hands, I know they done did it. So here's my thing right here. Here it is. This man right here got his own gang finna put him in the penitentiary for the rest of his life. These is Compton Crips, the hardest of the hardest. Toughest of the toughest. But they ain't tougher than that prosecutor. No, They ain't tougher than that prosecutor. When that prosecutor get to talking about, look, I'm going to give you 1,000 years, all that old gang persona and all that just crumbles. They turn into little kids all of a sudden. All right, man, I'm going to tell y'all how it started, man. It was Keefe D was in the car. So look, this how it go, right? This witness. Now, we know he wasn't there because everybody that was there is dead besides Suge Knight and Keefe D. But this is a witness. How is he a witness? You got to think. He's a SouthSide Crip. He got inside information. That's how he's a witness. And what he's saying corroborates with what Suge Knight is saying. Now, listen to what he say. The SouthSide Crip witness say this right here. He said when Keefe D gave the gun to Baby Lane didn't have a clear shot. Because the way that they pulled up, here's Keefe D and them car. This is Suge Knight and Tupac car. Baby Lane would have had to shoot over Big Dre. And this witness is saying that Dre was a big dude, 400, 370 pounds, big. And you know, anybody that got any sense, like that would be a lot. You know, anybody know that would be a lot to get over him and then stick your hand out the window and do it. I'm not saying that this is not impossible. But instead, he said that Baby Lane gave the gun to Big Dre. Big Dre is the one that put his hand out the window and got to shooting at Tupac and got to shooting at Suge Knight. Remember, Suge Knight already done said to us that it wasn't Baby Lane. And I believe him. Why? Because he was there. He synced it. Just coming from a gangbanger's perspective. If we just got done whooping somebody and we rolling and I look over, because y'all remember Keefe D said that Suge Knight synced him. They locked eyes. They synced each other. And I'm knowing that we just got done whooping on some guys and I look over and I see one, I'm going to examine the car. I got to look in the back of the car too. I got to examine the whole demonstration. And so when he looked back, when Suge Knight looked back, who we see? He seen Big Dre like this here. Letting loose. Shot him in the head. Y'all don't forget about that. Remember, Suge Knight got skint. You see what I'm saying? So he was there. And not only that, Tupac's security detail said that when the car pulled up to y'all got to excuse me. When the car pulled up to Suge Knight and Tupac car, he seen the arm come out the window, and it was a big arm. It wasn't no little slim arm. Y'all know Baby Lane was a slim brother. He said it was a big old arm that came up out that window. And he said Tupac's last words to him was, once Suge Knight car got stopped by the police, he said he ran up to the car and seen Pac in the car shot. Pac told him, "Get down, they gonna shoot you." Referring to the police, not Keefe D now, but referring to the police. Get down, they gonna shoot you. And he said that was the last words that him and Pac ever had. So here it is. This man right here got his own gang finna testify against him. Here it is. We got Suge Knight corroborating the story of the SouthSide Crip. But these are street ends. These are gangsters. Yeah, this what these guys is. Come on, man. This stuff right here is about nothing. Look at this. Everybody that was in those cars is dead. Think about that. And all of them died violently. Baby Lane died in the shootout, where he died and two more other guys died. Some dudes tried to run up on him. They got to just killing each other, shooting each other. He killed two of them, and they killed him. Now, let me say this right here before I depart up out of here. Man, listen, this gang life, I'm talking about, has destroyed so many lives, y'all. Y'all just do not understand. This gang life, I'm talking about, destroys people on so many levels. You have no idea. That's why I'm talking about, man, I push against that gang banging lifestyle. I'm talking about, man, I lived it. It was the worst time of my life. I wish I could have made better decisions. But here it is, y'all. We got the evidence in front of us. We can see with our own two eyes what gang banging does to human beings. We can bear witness this. We have bear witness this. Some of us have been the victims of gang violence. And being that we can see that this is wrong, we gotta grab the children. We gotta grab the children. I'm not telling y'all to go out in y'all communities and stand on the corner and say, hey, I hate gangbangers. Stop gang. I'm not telling you that. But what I am telling you is grab your children. That's how we defeat this stuff. We can't grab everybody's children. Some of these kids is too far gone. Some of them would try to kill you for trying to tell them to do right. But I'm talking about your children, your nephews and cousins, family members. Grab them. If you can grab your children, that's one less gangbanger. One less gangbanger. And allow me to say something to my gangsters. Listen, brothers and sisters, I'm not against you like that. And let me say this right here. This might even shock some people. I'm not even against gangs because I understand. But what I am against is gang banging. Because gang banging is where the killing started. Gang banging is where the shooting started. Gang banging is where innocent people get killed and shot and all that old type of stuff. So I don't agree with the gang banging. I understand, people like being in their groups and their boys clubs and their gangs or whatever organizations or whatever. I understand that part right there. But the part that I will never agree with is the gang banging and the destruction of your community. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. And I want to encourage all the hood educated residents and some of you guests right now. If you got a child that you know in your family and he all on the internet doing all this type of stuff, you got to grab him. You got to grab her. Because if you don't, you're going to lose him. You're going to lose them to the grave, or you're going to lose them to the penitentiary. The choice is yours. if you just try to talk to them, if you just try to cuff them, let them know, let her know. Look, you ain't got to do that to be loved. You got a big old family over here. We your gang. We love you. We got your back. These peoples right here, they cutthroat. Look, your homeboy, yeah, they telling on each other. You know that. Your homeboy, they done shot and killed each other. Your homeboy, they sleeping with each other, baby mamas and girlfriends and stuff like that. That ain't love over there. That ain't love. Your family, we the ones that love you. Grab your children. This hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And understand, we on our way to 100K. So man, subscribe, and share these videos. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Angelina Branch for the $2 cash app. Thank you. David Salisbury for the $10 cash app. Thank you. Sherry President for the $10 cash app. Thank you. Marshall for the $10 cash app. Thank you. And last but not least, Anthony Page Jr. for the $10 cash app. Thank you. This is hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there.